What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kick and Make Up Show. I'm the American Hybrid Nick Cunningham. With me, as always, Jeremy JD Dorsey, and we are live here from Simple Superfood Cafe, 5345 Bell Avenue, Davenport, Iowa. Our new sponsor in the new year.
Yes.
Love this place, man. You know, I was talking about this place for like 6 months.
Yep.
How long have they been open for? As long as they've been open, I've been talking about this place. And we talked to the owners, Clay and Tamika. They're awesome. We got to give them a big thank you. Brought you here, man. You're in. You love this place, don't you? It's your favorite.
I do, man. I love it. Especially with 2017, you know, trying to get right. I need to drop a few pounds, so this place will definitely help with that. But even if I wasn't trying to lose weight, like it's the food here is awesome. It's so good. Like, you know, sipping on a little blueberry
kombucha
right now. Yep.
Good for the gut. If you guys don't know about this place, give them a Google. Give them a look online. Simple Superfood Cafe. Check out all the stuff they've got here. They've got voodoo bowls, which are vegetable noodle bowls, smoothies, acai, big fruit bowls. They've got their own homemade protein bites, bone broth. Man, I was sick as a dog last couple weeks. Came in here just loaded up on everything they had.
That's how you got to do it.
I came in, I said I'd like one of everything. I didn't get one of everything. I got like 3 things. And instantly felt better. I drank a kombucha once a week last week for the first time ever. Mm-hmm. Love it. So, yeah, big shout out. They are a new sponsor in the new year, so you guys will be seeing a lot from us here. And if you're in town, well, it's too late now, but if you saw earlier today, they're even giving out free elderberry shots, help with the immune system. So check us. Make sure to check it out. We put posts up. We'll give you guys a little heads up before we shoot here. And I think they're going to be giving us some cool free stuff. Yep. So, yeah, man. Happy New Year. Is it right? It's Happy New Year. Can you still say Happy New Year at the end of January?
This is the first time we've been back since, the New Year got going. So, yeah. It's definitely Happy New Year to us, to you.
To the fans.
Welcome.
Happy New Year.
2017.
Right.
We're here. So, let's get started, man. I'm excited.
If you are new to the show, welcome. This is the Kick and Make Up Show. www.kickandmakeup is the website. Go there, check out all of our past shows, pictures, stuff I do for allamericannews.com. We've got some stuff coming up this week as well. Big fight nights coming up. Go to our Facebook group page, Cactus Cemetery. Can we call it just the Facebook Cemetery page?
It's the place where Facebook pages go to die.
And I believe
maybe we should do one of those like pages that everybody does.
Okay, let's do that. We need to do something because
revamp. 2017. Let's revamp a little bit.
I agree, man. I do like saying the cactus page though. But all right,
we'll keep the cactus page too.
All right, can that be our picture too? Just the picture of a cactus.
Yep.
All right.
The cactus.
The cacti. All right. So Twitter also at Kick and Make Up is the show's. At Hybrid MMA is mine. At Jeremy JD Dorsey is yours. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. Obviously, this is YouTube. Last year we said for you to do some crazy things.
Yeah.
To get we had you paint little kids. We had you paint the sky with those little airplanes that do smoke. We had you give out Christmas cards with the Kick and Make Up.
We had people vandalize. Decorate buildings with the Kick and Make Up logo.
Let yourself into other people's houses.
Yes.
Your family. So it's not breaking and entering if it's your family, right?
Technically, probably not.
Okay.
Maybe.
Because you're just visiting your parents, right, or your uncle. Like if I break into my uncle's house, I'm just saying hello. Join the Kick and Make Up show.
Hi. Yes.
Hi, what are you doing? I just want you to join. Kick and Make Up.
Hanging out.
See ya. All right. So, anyway, if you're on YouTube right now, which you are, give us a like, a share, subscribe, tell your friends. All right. Big announcements. Let's say these big announcements. And before, actually, we'll let you know how this show goes. Is there's a high kick of the week, which is the best thing we think is going on. There's a low kick, which is the worst. There's a co-high kick, which is something good going on. Sometimes there's a colo kick.
Yep.
Sometimes
there's a colo this week.
There is, good. And sometimes
not to be confused with a culo kick. That's different.
Those are like, ooh. You get one of those and you get like the back. The back goes up, get kicked in the culo. And then there's sometimes a Oko high kick. Then there's that some bull kick, which I love. We like to rant and rave about something goofy going on in the sport. And then unfortunately, in 2017, the segment is back. And I'll just keep it there. I'll keep it there for you and let you think about what is that segment. For those of you that know already, sorry if you like it. I don't know why I used to like it, but okay, we'll do it later. All right, so I'm gonna go in still. I'm never not gonna go in on that segment. All right.
Of course not.
Big announcement. So Bellator is on this past weekend. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
Lots to say about it, but the big announcement that I didn't know was coming, and I was like, whatever. All right, Rampage Jackson versus King Mo 2, March 4th. I don't know why I like that fight, but I do, and I don't care about it, and it's not a good fight. The first fight wasn't a good fight, but like I saw that and I was like, all right, man, I can get into some Rampage and King Mo. Why do I like it? Why do you care? Like, did it do anything for you?
Nothing. It
Nothing.
does absolutely
I know.
nothing for
Even
me.
their banter, like I thought they were gonna fight when they were talking. Then they started laughing and like slapping hands. I'm like, oh, you guys are friends.
I mean, but even though I understand that part of the fight game 100%. But as far as fights go, like we always say, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But will I really care about it? No, not so much. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Bellator just continues to firmly entrench itself in its sort of old school 4 to 5 to 7 years too late main events. So that's what they do. You can't really get too mad.
No, I know. All right, so that's coming up. Chris Weidman versus Gegard Mousasi was announced for UFC 210 in April. I guess they're trying to give Mousasi some love, get him up into the mix of a title shot maybe.
It's about time.
Yeah,
but
I like Gegard Mousasi. This fight doesn't do a whole lot for me either, though. I'm not a big Weidman fan anymore. I was never really a huge Weidman fan.
Yeah,
So,
well, I wasn't. I never really. I tried my best to believe in him.
Yeah.
I guess you should say, but for whatever reason, I couldn't always do it, man.
No.
I couldn't do it.
I mean, I definitely got caught up when he was beating Silva. When he beat Silva in the hoopla, but like.
And now looking back, it's probably like, that really wasn't that impressive because it was the signaling the downfall of Silva to begin with. So yeah.
And then Johny, we're just saying these announcements like, it's all right.
The next one is an answer.
I know, that's what I was like. This is the most boring. We need to step it up here. Johny Hendricks versus Hector Lombard. That's in the works for UFC Halifax coming up. I don't know, man. I'm not liking Johny Hendricks lately. I've always liked Hector Lombard though. So I'd like to see him. I just don't know what they're gonna do with Johny Hendricks. I feel like he's been on the cusp of being cut for like the past.
I was gonna say I'm shocked
year.
that he got another fight after his last performance.
Yeah,
Really shocked.
That's why. So maybe I'm more surprised at this one, but all right. And then the last one. This is exciting. TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt were announced last week or maybe just the week before. I feel like we're doing like announcements from like the beginning of the year. So sorry if this is like old news, but it's new to us. Like new to you guys, hearing about it. They're gonna coach Tough 25 on April 19th, and then I thought, so that's gonna be like the main event or co-main event at the 4th of July card, probably. I would think so.
Yeah, that time's out about right.
Yeah. So I'll watch that season. I watched most of the last season of Tough, partly because our boy Eric Shelton was on it.
Yes.
But and it was pretty good, man. The fights were pretty good.
It was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Exactly, man.
And I love the gimmick.
Yep.
So
yeah,
good.
I think there's a gimmick with this one too. Isn't this the one where the veterans come back or something like that?
Yep.
So we already know the characters. I've heard they're bringing back like Junie Browning. They're bringing back like
oh wow.
I don't know, dude. So we'll see, man. But I'll watch that season again, and because I want to see TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt. I believe that's a really good, genuine dislike for each other. They have a genuine dislike for each other, and on that show sometimes it's forced, but I don't think this one's gonna be. And Garbrandt's kind of a hothead, so can he keep his cool the whole season? Probably not.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's the announcement, man.
Cody is the new up and comer. I think we haven't really had a chance to talk about it too much on the show, but
yeah,
he's the guy for 2017 already. So you can already tell that the UFC marketing monster is behind him now.
Yes.
He's marketable, has a marketable face, has marketable tattoos, marketable fighting style, marketable dancing in ring. Can we just talk about that real quick? That was by far my greatest moment of watching MMA, outside of Rousey losing the first time. Just to see him
Pop, lock,
dodge,
and drop it. Pop and lock.
He dodged about 5 straight shots and then proceeded to pop, lock, drop it, robotic.
One, then he paused one time. Then he somebody put the disco music to the background of it. Did you watch that one?
I didn't see that.
I gotta show it to you. It was great, man. They put like the b-boy like music and they had like disco lights, and it was. I guess I didn't realize watching it how much he danced, like how much he really danced, and how much he like. It was great, man. So yeah, I really do think that they're putting a lot of what's it, ducks in a basket? No, eggs in a basket. What's the term when you like put all your ducks in a row? All your ducks in a row. Something in a basket when you like put everything in. Who cares? Sorry, whatever. They're putting a lot of time and effort into him. So boring. I try to think of something cool, but all right. So that's the announcements. I just want to get into the high kicks and the low kicks of the show this week because there was a lot going on. I've just been excited to talk about MMA.
Of course.
I always think you're like texting.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to.
And then I had to realize what you're doing.
My phone crashed, and I had to get this back
saw that,
going
and
again.
I instantly forgot. And I'm talking over here. I look over, and you're texting.
Yep, talking to somebody.
And I was like, this guy
hey,
doesn't even
doing a show.
care. I care about you
right
guys,
now.
fans. This guy's over here ordering something again on Amazon. It's something weird again, just like last time. Something goofy. Oh. All right, the high kick of the week, man. So the high kick of this week for me is my excitement for the UFC on Fox Denver card this Saturday night. I'm pretty excited about this card. Number one, I like UFC on Fox, period, when they have their cards. Mm-hmm. I just like a free card on a Saturday night. I like the Fox format. I like the 7 to 9. I like all of it. This one, though, there is a few that are pretty interesting. And just to list them off, Julianna, Pena, Valentina, Shevchenko is the main event. Donald Cerrone, Jorge Masvidal is the co-main event. Andrei Arlovski and Francis Ngannou is on that card too. And then the one that's like that I really want to watch is this Alex Caceres and Jason Knight. Now, do you remember who Jason Knight?
No, I don't.
Okay, he was the mini-Cowboy. He fought last time in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
That was talking shit during the fight to the guy, and like, so and we call him Little Cowboy, and so he's on there. Remember, he was just like so energetic, so like
extra amped up.
And so versus Alex Caceres, like,
who's always amped up as well. Yeah.
So and then the undercard too is not too bad either. Aljamain Sterling, Rafael Assunção, and then obviously Eric Shelton and Alexandre Pantoja. Pantoja. So anyway. Let's talk about a couple of them. Mm-hmm. Julianna, Pena, Valentina, Shevchenko. I was surprised when we announced that earlier. Is this a number one contender fight, pretty much, for Amanda Nunes?
So. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would think so.
So that's fast for Shevchenko to get a title shot. Mm-hmm. But last year was the year of the traveling belt.
Yeah.
Sisterhood of the traveling belt. Why didn't we think about that before, man?
Need to make like a Photoshop cover with all the different belts on it and same movie poster.
Sisterhood of the traveling belt. So, but in its classic striker versus grappler, Pena versus Shevchenko. You know, Shevchenko being the grappler, but man, she was laying it on home. So she's not really the. She was. You know, she's kind of both. Pena's kind of both. So I guess it's not really that. But what do you think about that fight, man?
I feel like they're both very well rounded. I was kind of surprised that like you said, Shevchenko got her lineup going or shot up the charts so fast, but hey, what are you gonna do? I don't really see anybody else in that division that really needs to that's really deserving of it at this point, but maybe it's a little early, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. It should be a good fight.
And I want to see what Pena does too. Mm-hmm. You know, she was, I feel
Spotlight's
like
on her.
Yeah, the last 4 months, even after UFC 200, she's really mad. She didn't want to fight. She wanted Rousey. She wanted Nunes. She didn't get it. So this is like her first fight to see, like, okay.
All that talk.
She was kind of, up in the air a little bit. I thought at some point she was really close to like retiring or quitting, and then so now this is her fight back. So I'm gonna see what she does. Donald Cerrone, Jorge Masvidal. Cowboy says he's not overlooking this fight, but he wants a number one contender fight after his win. So it's like you are looking over. It's like you are going
not to
right
get ahead
past
of myself,
Masvidal.
but to get ahead of myself.
I like that too, though. I feel like he needs a number one contender fight, and it's either going to be versus Lawler or Maia. And then are we really talking about a welterweight championship title fight with Cowboy after a year? Yes, we are, and he deserves it. He earned it.
Yep, and surprisingly so. Like I didn't. If you could rewind back to 2015, I don't think we saw Cowboy having the 2016 that he had. So, 100% deserving of it. Is probably in the top 5 as far as exciting fighters to watch in the UFC right now.
He is ranked number 5 right now as well.
I don't know how. I would like to. Well, I guess he hasn't really headlined a card or anything like that. So I wonder what his drawing power will be. But I guess we'll see a little bit of that because he probably is the biggest name, on this entire card.
I would say too, if a Cowboy versus Lawler, Cowboy versus Maia. Cowboy versus Lawler is going to get obviously a little more love than Cowboy versus Maia. But those are really good fights in themselves anyway. Like, I never thought I'd be thinking of watching Cowboy versus Maia or Cowboy versus Lawler. But those are really good. You can't forget, like, that how good Cowboy is on the ground. You never see it a whole lot lately. But we always go back to some of his fights with Anthony Pettis. That trilogy was awesome, man. And it was mostly on the ground. So that's exciting. I'm excited about this Francis Ngannou. I feel like he's a new face of the heavyweight division as well.
A division that's
light
in
heavyweight.
I was gonna say a division that's in dire need of a little bit of a facelift.
Yeah, Andrei Arlovski, obviously, I'm on
the way down.
Yep. So I think this is one of
nice
those.
Mouthpiece.
This is one of those. Great mouthpiece, great hair back in the day. So I think this is one of those kind of like they did with Pena and Rodriguez. It's a big name to beat. Ngannou, and people are going to say, ooh, Arlovski, and then who's this Ngannou guy? And then he beats him and uses him kind of as a stepping stone. Jason Knight, we said Alex Caceres. That's your fight of the night. There's fun fight of the night. They're going to be talking to each other. They're going to be laughing and being weird and goofy, and it's going to be fun to watch. And then obviously, man, like we said, Eric Shelton worked so hard. We've seen him over the years.
Yeah.
This is his big debut, first fight in the UFC, a great card. It's on Fox. His part's probably going to be on Fight Pass. I
believe he said he was the second fight on Fight Pass. But I mean, if you don't have Fight Pass, you can get the 1 week trial for free, I believe.
Yes.
So yeah, if anybody's local that would like to check him out, now would be the time to jump onto that Fight Pass. Fight Pass is a great product. Pays for itself, many times over if you're a big time fight fan. So
$10.
It's been nice that being friends with Shelton on Facebook and stuff, just seeing all of his posts and how hard he's working, the caliber of people that he's working with nowadays. Training out in Denver, he's been out there for a few months now.
Smart man.
That's what you
got to do.
I'm very excited to see his performance. He's somebody who I could really see skyrocketing up that division in the UFC. Can't get ahead of yourself really fast, but there aren't a ton of names there, so
no.
it's
obviously
open
there's not, because they did a whole show on trying to get some more names
just to fight the champ.
Yes. Wow. I'm ready for a new champion in that division. So Mighty Mouse, I'm good. We know he's pound for pound one of the best, but I'm ready for a change. So Eric Shelton is that change. Hopefully
change we can believe in.
Change we can believe in. All right. That's it. So I'm excited. I mean, I want to watch this card. I'm happy that the year's kicking off pretty well so far, man. It's been a pretty good year so far. Last year was the same. It kicked off pretty good, and it kept pretty good.
Kept the momentum going. Yep.
So that's the high kick this week, man.
Yep.
Co-high kick. Oh, it's a little one this week. I don't have a lot of room to move.
Not nearly as gongy as before, but
it's
good.
It's a T-Rex. He comes.
It's a little one.
T-Rex gone. All right. So nose is running, man. It's cold in here again. Like, This wouldn't be a show without my nose running. Go high kick. Paul Daly, flying knee.
It's a pretty knee kick, maybe?
Knee kick. Coney kick.
Knee kick.
Coney kick.
Knee kick.
What? We just get extra Asian once this part of the show comes. His Coney kick. His flying knee over Brennan Ward. Then it was followed up by, it started off with a spinning back elbow.
Yeah, elbow.
That then and once, well, let's talk about it. So that's what it is. That's why we give it to him. There's a couple things in this. I did also give him this because I loved seeing his mixed emotions, Paul Daly, because he's kind of pegged as one of the bad boys of the sport.
Right.
But then he was kind of crying afterwards. He had mixed emotions. He had an interview that said, I was feeling good. Then I looked over and I saw his girlfriend crying, and which kind of grounded me and got me back to reality. Then I was just worried about him. And you could see that in the cage. He was worried. He said they were friends. That was the first thing he said, was just make sure he's okay. So that was awesome to see, man. I thought that was a high kick worthy. But did you watch Brennan Ward before stick his tongue out? Mm-hmm. What'd you think about that when he did that? Because they were clinched up, and and he looks over at somebody and he sticks his tongue out, and I was like, and then it was followed by this.
Yeah. You don't want to say that it led to that.
Okay, I do. I think it did.
But
get your head in the game, man.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you have those moments where you're not going to be on TV every day. You're not going to have opportunity to fight on one of the bigger Bellator cards of the year. And I kind of feel like that was one of those things that he thought about and said, like, oh, it'd be cool if I did this during the fight, and then did it, and then proceeded to get his knee or his head knocked in.
Did you see the pictures too?
Yeah. Oh, it's horrible. That gash. Yeah.
That gash was huge.
Yeah.
And then he was laid out cold.
Yeah.
So that's why I was just like, oh. But I've always been a Paul Daly fan. I've always liked to see him. I loved at the end of this, he called out Rory McDonald.
Yep.
So that's gonna be the next fight.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Rory's first fight then?
No, he fought someone else.
Did he? I can't remember.
I could have sworn he fought somebody else.
So Rory's had one fight in Bellator already.
Maybe not.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
I think this will be his first one.
You might be right.
And that, I think he said maybe for sometime around March, maybe it would be nice to have it on that Kimbo and not Kimbo, excuse me. Definitely not the Kimbo card.
That would be a must-see.
Rampage. It's because I put all those guys in the same category.
All the black guys?
Yes. All them. You know them. Whatever, man. So, just the brawlers, the street fighters. I look at like
Nick, the American hybrid Trump, right here.
Whatever.
Live.
No.
From Simple.
No to Facebook. No to our fans. I have to specifically say no to everybody. The brawler type, like the King-Mo, the Rampage, like the street fight. I put them all, Kimbo's, all of them. I put them in this category of like just brawler. So that'd be nice for that to be the main event, and then undercard, Roy McDonald, Paul Daly. That's a stellar co-main and main right there. So I don't know. I liked it, man.
More solid than the Tito Sonnen stuff that we got this past weekend.
God,
we'll get to that though.
I almost just started going in. All right, what you got this week, buddy? For the
I don't have a co-high. I got a co-low.
Yeah, that's fine. A co-high kick, co-low kick.
But it kind of ties into.
I had a co-high, a cocoa kick. We don't need a cocoa kick. There wasn't a whole lot going on this past week.
No, it wasn't.
For like that's current.
Yeah, nothing to get overly happy about.
Let's do the Okay, so Liam,
you do the low kick.
First?
Do the low kick.
Okay. Thank you. You tell me how.
Yep.
We're telling each other now. It's been so long. We're telling each other what to. Look, you do your segment.
How to do the show.
Then I'll do mine.
Yep.
Okay, so the low kick this week. Tito Ortiz holding the choke after Sonnen tapped. To chael Sonnen tapped this weekend at Bellator 170 in the main event. So he admits to holding the choke too because he had ill will towards Sonnen. We all know that. I feel like I have hair in my neck right here, like just long hair. Sometimes it gets caught, like when I go like this, it gets caught, and then I just.
You do have a stray right here too.
Do I?
Just so you know.
All right, cool.
There you go. You good.
All right, so he admits to holding the choke against Sonnen. I thought like.
a split second long. It wasn't.
Listen, dude.
It wasn't an egregious error.
I know there's not a whole lot of ethics and rules in MMA, but one of them is when somebody taps, you fucking let go. Like 1 second can be enough to put you out. Like if you're going out and you keep it for 1 to 2 seconds longer, you could go out.
Yeah.
And that'd piss me off if I was tapping and you held onto it and I went out.
Yeah.
Because then you just added to my concussion list, pretty much. So, but I thought like this is how Tito Ortiz goes out. Like this is how he goes out. And I didn't put here pretty fitting.
Yep.
Fitting way to go out. What do you think, man?
I didn't like. Well, first off, let's do a little. Let's hit a few different topics with this fight. The trash talk before the fight was pretty lame.
Juice box.
The only thing I paid attention to as far as the pre-fight nonsense was how enormous Tito Ortiz's head continues to be. Definitely has that HGH head. So
I actually liked his green suit because I'm currently looking for a green suit right now for my wedding.
He looked like a cartoon character though.
But is my green suit gonna be stupid to wear for my wedding?
No, not if it's your wedding. It's what you want.
No, but now I don't want to. I don't want it to be look like
you don't
cartoon.
You don't have Tito Ortiz head.
I
though,
don't.
So you'll be all right.
Cool.
Like he reminds me of those pictures that you see that people do the cartoons and like they have a little body and a giant head.
They get done like Six Flags. That's
like, exactly.
Awesome fucking comparison.
Exactly.
All right,
but yeah, there's that. The actual fight. I'm not a fighter. Said it multiple times. Almost every show.
I mean, an MMA fight, not an MMA fight.
Right.
Like,
I've fought enough.
We've gone around town sometimes.
Yeah.
Done some things.
Superhero stuff, But anyway.
Late at night.
Anyway, I felt that, or it looked like that choke was kind of weak. And on the side, I felt a little sketchy about the choke. I'm not gonna go full on conspiracy theory, which is what most people have done, and we've done it in the past with Bellator. But it was a little sketchy, and I don't know. It didn't seem like the neck was cranked that much. I know that you can put a lot of pressure on the lower jaw, especially when you do it like that. But man, that did not look like something that I would expect Sonnen to tap from, especially knowing how good he is on the ground. Yeah. It just brought up so many different things.
I watched it a bunch of times because I watched it, then I saw the conspiracy stuff, and I didn't really see it at first, so I went to go watch it again. What was the finger tapping?
Yeah.
That I don't know. I don't know. I'm with you too. Like I don't want this to be a conspiracy.
Nope.
But there was 100%. He tapped his own hand. So he didn't tap Chael's, but he tapped his own from where he was. And then Chael was looking right down at it, and then it was a reversal after that. That was weird. You're right. The hold was on the jaw, which really hurts, and you can tap from jawbreaker. But I was watching him defend it, and when you defend it, you pull down, and he was just like kind of reaching around,
pawing around like he didn't know what he was doing.
And you either you grab and you pull the forearm down this way, or you push your neck. There's like textbook 101 ways to get out of try to get out of a rear naked choke. He didn't do any of them, which made me think like you guys talked beforehand. You gave him this. Which I think is fine because I don't think Chael really cares right now. I think he wants to fight and he wants to make money, but I don't think he cares if he wins or loses.
It just seems weird to me as far as Bellator investment-wise because, this is Chael's first fight with Bellator. Why would you want to lessen, his impact on Bellator by having him lose to someone who's never going to fight again? It's not like you're setting up a rematch, I would guess.
I think that's why, because you're giving more love to Tito, which Tito's like Bellator. I mean, like Tito's more Bellator obviously than Chael is. Yeah. This is last fight. That was the bigger deal, and I'm sure they paid Chael extra, to do that. We won't ever find out about it, but I'm sure they said they took a fall, and I was like, ugh, God, there was too many little things something was going on, but there was a full out but we can't even say something was going on. Like, it pretty much, with all the evidence we saw, was a full-out fixed fight. We pretty much saw everything, though.
Right.
Like, we saw the finger tapping. We saw the not doing that. We saw, like, what else do we need to really say, like, it wasn't fixed?
I think the purist in us doesn't want to say that would happen. But, you know, like you said, it's almost undeniable at this point. I don't want to believe that. I don't want to think that that's exactly what's going on, but we've had times before where we felt Bellator main events were sort of sketchy.
I know, man.
So,
and I don't want it to be like that, man, because we had a phenomenal time at Bellator.
Sure
we
did.
loved it, and I just hate that. I thought, again with Tito. Like, we're talking about extra weird shit again, like, whatever. And then he gives the Ortiz rules, like the O'Doyle rules with his speech.
Who cares?
All right, man. And it was not even as fitting to watch him retire his Bellator gloves that he's had for 2 years. I'm like, that's not even that great of a picture. Like, it would have been cooler to retire your UFC gloves in the octagon.
Right.
You retired your Bellator gloves in the decagon. Is that what they call it? The decagon?
Yeah.
Whatever. Whatevs.
Colo. Can we go
Colo.
Colo. Colo kick this week ties directly into this. There were reports that Sonnen, after the fight, went to Tito Ortiz's locker room and apologized to him for the all the trash talking stuff ahead of time. Said that he was a great fighter, blah, 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 blah. So that led to Ortiz coming out saying after the fight that I would like to request a public apology and public sucking in order to because it's more fitting. I guess the private apology and the private congratulations was not enough.
Oh man,
don't be a douche.
I was gonna say
it was highly annoying. And I mean, it's not like it's
this? I need to watch this. I did not read about this.
No, yeah.
Backstage apology.
MMAfighting.com.
Okay,
yeah, it was
man. Good job. I need to see this.
But yeah, just so I got so annoyed by that. I mean, like, you don't deserve an apology for anything. You're promoting a fight. If you get any sort of bad feelings or whatever from promoting a fight, you need to grow up and understand what the sport is all about. What your job is to do before the fight, beyond fighting, is to promote the fight, almost by any means necessary.
Right.
I don't think you have to have any sort of understanding with your opponent.
Yeah.
You don't have to set up anything ahead of time. It's just something that you do, and you understand that. Unless it's somebody like, if it's me and you fighting, I'm not going to trash talk you.
I never did.
But
not one time with any of mine. I don't need to do that.
Right, but if it's somebody who you don't really have a relationship with, hey, that's just what you do.
Yeah,
I mean,
you would.
Maybe people would want us to see us, trash talk because they know that we have a close relationship. So I don't quite understand how it comes to the point where not even him actually apologizing to him in private was enough. He wanted more. He wants him to come out and, release a statement or, whatever. Like, dude, get over yourself. Get over yourself. That's not necessary, nor is it worth it, nor do I give a shit anymore.
He is a person that, sees himself, and I've listened to a lot of interviews with him. I've listened to a lot of things and seen a lot of stuff. We've watched him over the years. He loves himself. He's very full of himself. He feels like he is 100% one of the pioneers of the sport, which when you put yourself on that pedestal, you're going to request a public apology.
Right. Got the big head.
If I apologize to somebody backstage and then they requested a public apology, I'll go fuck yourself. That's what I say. I now absolutely take back my apology, and I would go in on his children, his wife, his old wife, his new wife. I would turn that. Like, not only am I not gonna apologize, I'm gonna up the ante. I'm gonna talk more shit after the fight than I did before, when it doesn't matter anymore. But now I'm like legitimately want you to feel like shit. Like, weird, man. Stupid.
I was not a fan of that.
No,
I think it was deserving of the Colo kick for this week.
Good one, man.
It's too much.
Good one.
Too much.
I like it.
Yeah, a lot of times it's a lot of things I think you can let sort of slide as far as sports are concerned, but you're treading on thin ice when you get into that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think apologies are necessary, and we've heard that a lot. Like and then I think afterwards, man, when they shake hands, I love that. When they say, "All right, man," I don't think an apology at that point is necessary, though.
No.
Sorry for all that shit talk. No, we were doing what we're supposed to do. It wasn't personal.
And we've seen it.
Sometimes
so
it is
times.
personal, but it's still, if it is personal, it's still not personal because it's being done to promote a fight.
Right. And how many times have we seen personal all the way up into the fight? They have the fight and the guys are hugging at the end of the fight because they understand. And I think when I was 10 or 12, I didn't get it, but I get it now. I understand.
Cruz and Garbrandt were hugging at the end of the fight, and that was the most shit talk I've seen forever. So, all right. On to some bull kick. Interim titles. That is all. Period.
All 17 of them.
That's it, man. I can't do this year. I'm not going to do this. I'm not doing this year. All right, so interim titles and why the UFC is doing so many. I know why they're doing so many, actually, but why are they doing so many? Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson. That was announced. Interim title. Interim lightweight title. There already is a lightweight champion named Conor McGregor, who is the champion. He's healthy. He's gonna fight. He's talking about he's not gonna take his break because he's probably talking about fighting Mayweather now, whatever. So he's still the champion, though. There doesn't need to be an interim title. This is a number one contender fight. So are we just gonna start calling number one contender fights interim title fights and give everybody a belt?
I hope not.
And it started with Max Holloway in Pettis. They made that an interim title fight, and now Max Holloway is the interim featherweight champion.
For what?
That one I get because they took away the. I don't like it, but I get it because there isn't a featherweight champion right now. Is there? No, there's not. It's so it was Conor. They relinquished it. So I get that when there's no, but I still didn't think that was necessary to do. Do they really? There's my question at the end. Do they really think that making all these interim title fights are going to draw that many more pay-per-viewers?
I guess
they do think that.
Right, they do.
But, like, it's not.
I was going to say, I guess to some degree they believe that if you have a belt, that the common fan is going to just see the belt and say, oh, they're fighting for a belt, so I want to order this pay-per-view.
What fans say that? Like, out of any fans that you know, new or old, what fan I've never heard anybody be like.
But I mean, I'm just trying to guess what I think they would think. If they're doing the poster, they're doing the poster for the fight, and they got somebody with a belt, so you feel like, oh well, that's.
I just don't know who feels like that anymore. I mean, I feel like there's not that many new fans to the sport.
You know what? Can I agree with you on that? And I was thinking the other day too. I was saying, a lot of people talk about growth and development of MMA. I kind of feel like that growth and development has stopped, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think that MMA fans are MMA fans.
Yes.
And they know who they are. They're going to watch what they're going to watch. I don't think that there are very many new people just discovering the sport right now. We're past that point.
Yeah.
So I think the UFC views the gold as being a draw for people who want to watch the fights. It does nothing for me. I don't think it does anything for anybody else who's getting a pay-per-view, but I think that's what they believe.
No, because I like I get the pay-per-views because I like the fighters. I don't if there's 2 title fights or 3 or 1. That's cool. That's like I'm already getting the fights.
Right.
So I was already watching Nurmagomedov and Ferguson. Mm-hmm. I was already watching it. I would pay for that if that's what I do and get it at home. I'm gonna pay for it. Title fight or not, interim title fight or not. I was already watching Holloway and Pettis. I didn't make me want to watch it anymore, and it didn't recruit like people that I talked to that night. Like, hey man, you still watching that Pettis fight? Yeah, I think I'm gonna join you now that it's a title fight.
This belt's on the line now.
Belt's on the line, and so we move things around. We're gonna meet you out after. I'll watch it with you because before we weren't that interested, but now it's an interim title fight, so we'll be there. See you there. It's just stupid, man. I don't care. I thought, why? Like, it diminishes the belt. It diminishes the belt, which I do think is a big deal. I do think title fights are big deals, but the interim title I've never gotten behind, and this is making me not get behind it anymore.
And I think it leads to confusion. For those same fans that I thought this person was the champ of that division. Oh, I thought McGregor was the champ of this.
He is, yeah, he
but
is. Though.
Yes, but no,
yeah.
yes. Like,
that's what I'm saying. For when there's already a champion, it really doesn't make any sense because there is a champion, and then there's an interim champion, and then there's gonna be all these title unification. It's for all words and marketing. Title unification fight.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Blech.
Real quick. What are put a percentage on Mayweather and McGregor happening? What's your percentage?
Right now?
Yep, right now.
65%.
Wow, okay.
Over half for me, for sure.
I would probably put it just under half, like 40-45%. I still don't think they're going to figure out how to pay each party what they feel like they deserve, and I think that's where it's going to fall apart. I think it does a good job of keeping both guys in the mainstream, though, so more power to them.
So we'll see this. We'll see this
year.
In 2021.
Yep. After we don't care anymore.
2021, Mayweather, McGregor, and they agree on
wheelchair match.
Yes, they agree on 80 million apiece. Like, God, we don't even. I don't even want to get started on all that mess. Like,
that's for the YouTube fans, man. You know.
Yeah.
30-second little hot take. Remember hot takes?
Hot take. I heard that somewhere else too, man.
All the time.
I did. Once I heard it from you, then I started hearing it, and I was like, hot take. God damn it. I like that term. Yeah. I'm behind. I want to watch that though. I want to watch McGregor and Mayweather. I do. I want to watch.
I want to be there for that. That's like a must be.
That one would be. We missed 200. I wouldn't even. I'm sleeping on this apparently. I just noticed how close it was to my eye. I don't even care about missing 200 if we end up going to Mayweather and McGregor.
Yeah.
Done.
And not because of what that fight is going to look like, just the spectacle of it. I want to see Fight Week trash talk.
Every day.
Oh my God.
I want things to happen like they did at 200 where we have to go and do media at 2 a.m.
Right.
because Connor did something weird or like, yeah, I want that.
Yeah,
all right.
That'd be fun. How do you build a card around that?
How do you build a card around that?
Do you do more like MMA versus boxing?
Nope. Do you remember last year
Nope.
when we talked about the one card, the circus card, where we had lion tamers,
circus card,
and we had like
Cirque du Soleil performing
dunk tanks
in between rounds,
and fire breathers, and remember that card? That's that card.
Okay.
I don't know how else you do it.
Yep.
You know, you have the bike, people dirt bike all over the place
during the fight.
Yep. In and around the fight. Yeah, I don't know how you do, man. Or is that the first time you just have like that? That's it. $5,000, $100,000 a ticket, and you get one fight. That suck. I want an event. I want an event.
No.
Yeah. All right. Here's the time of the show that
we get a song.
We have another song. I wanted to get rid of this segment this year because I thought like nobody likes it, and I got letters and hate mail all year long last year, and I'm like, this is bullshit. Like I don't need this. I don't need this. This is our show, and we have a great show, and then we have this last little segment that is stupid. But I wrote a little song about it to kick off the new year for you guys that don't know about this segment. So here it goes.
Where's the little?
There it is. Okay. It's a brand new year, new goals and new friends, but one thing remains the same. Week after week and show after show, the WWE is still lame. So we'll still do this part of the show for one wrestling fan and JD. Sorry, real fight fans. It's time for WWE and me. Sorry, real fight fans, that you have to sit through this.
You know what? I don't like the content of your songs, but you're getting kind of legendary with your writing skills.
Thank you.
I have to give you credit, man.
Thanks.
Got to give you credit. It's 2017. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. No hate. No hate.
Oh, me too. Except no hate, except for once
WWE.
every 2 weeks.
Okay.
WWE and me. I still don't like wrestling. I still don't care. Blah blah blah. Here we go. All right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, wrestling.
Blah, blah,
Wrestling.
blah.
All right. So number one, Goldberg returns to Raw tonight.
Tonight, yes.
Tonight. before Royal Rumble this weekend. What are you doing this weekend? You watching Royal Rumble?
100% watching Royal Rumble.
What day is it on?
Sunday.
Sunday? What time?
Sunday, 6 o'clock. 6 to about 11.
Do you watch it at this normal time? Like 6 o'clock? Will you be there at 6 o'clock? Mm-hmm. All right. One of these times I need to watch one with you. I don't know if it's going to be this one.
I mean, if to me, okay.
Is it going to be this one?
I get excited for all of them. But yeah, if you were going to watch something other than WrestleMania, it'd be Royal Rumble. Because Royal Rumble is fun, you know? The buzzer goes off and you get to see another person run down to the ring. You don't know who they are. There's always surprises.
I mean, you know who they are because it's like 30
There's
people.
usually surprises, though.
Is there?
Yeah.
What's the biggest surprise you're looking forward to with Royal Rumble this weekend? Because I'm looking forward to nothing.
Last year they debuted AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble. And this year there's rumors that Kenny Omega is going to be at the Royal Rumble.
What?
Yeah.
Kenny Omega.
Yep.
Kenny Leonard Omega.
Kenny L. Omega.
The Omega and the Alpha. Kenny Alpha Omega. Is that his name? No?
No, but it fits, though.
All right.
Fits, though.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm excited about it.
So I actually am not going to watch this one with you, but
Okay.
WrestleMania in March, right?
Yeah, usually March.
Okay. I think I need to watch that one with you. I think we need to barbecue and have some food and... No? Don't have a barbecue?
Barbecue? Yes, of course.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know. You looked at me.
Excuse to barbecue.
I don't know. You looked at me like, okay, we can get some
it was just
fucking
kind of
takeout. I don't know.
No. We
All
can
right.
barbecue.
All right. Cool. All right. Moving on. Hurry up. Let's get on with this. All right. Oh, I see what you were pointing at. I see, man. All right. I told him the other day I had a Viking keychain, a Thor keychain in my Amazon queue, ready to go for my gym bag because I feel like a Thor hammer zipper pull on the gym bag is necessary.
That's kind of awesome, yeah.
Number 2, Jerry the King Lawler signs a new contract with the WWE. Yes,
1 year deal.
I thought it was
open contract though.
Listen. This is the truth. This is 20% the truth.
Okay.
I was up all last week when I thought he was gonna be gone, and I was like, who's gonna be taking over for him? And there's so many changes, and then lo and behold, I read today, golly, he's staying another year. Excuse me.
He's actually been gone for a while.
Has he?
Yeah, he's
Where'd
been gone
he go?
for a while. He kind of dipped off the scene for a little bit because he had some personal issues.
What issues? Do you know?
There was a situation where he got in some legal trouble for assaulting his wife or girlfriend. I can't remember which one it was, or both. But yeah, he's back. He had probably been off TV for about 3-4 months. So I guess the WWE decided to let everything wind down a little bit, and now he's back. He'll be on Raw tonight.
Are you excited for him to be there? Do you like it when he talks? Do you have it like on your phone as like a ringtone
No. I mean, to some degree, he's cool because he's a voice that you're familiar with. But I kind of think that his time has passed.
I do too.
Yeah. I mean, he was around when you actually watched wrestling.
He was
So,
Jerry the King Lawler.
yeah, I don't really think he's
Jimmy the Mouth.
Bobby the
Mouth
Brain.
of the South. Bobby the Brain. Heenan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Jimmy. No, Jerry. I remember Jimmy Lawler.
Jimmy. Yep. That Jimmy.
Jim Lawler. Yeah,
Good
Jim
old-
Lawler. I remember him.
Good old Jim.
Jim Lawler. He has my taxes with Blakovich. Blanovich, we talk about him. Lawler and Blanovich and Sons. All right. Number 3, the WWE is planning to reveal 2 new belt designs. I can't spell designs. I put Diggins.
Diggins. 2 new belt Diggins.
2 new belt Diggins. 2 new belt designs in the near future. So let's think about what they're going to look like. I think that they're going to be new colors. So let's go with a green for one belt. Let's go for a blood orange for the other one.
Nope.
I've been digging blood oranges lately.
Nope.
It's going to have the W, but it's going to be
Degging blood oranges, right?
Huh?
You've been degging blood
I've been
oranges.
degging them. Degging them and etting them all in my belly. So This would be a fun game to play. Just like mess up words. Like one letter just messes up all kinds of words. The W is gonna be crooked. Do you know what these belts are gonna? Do you have it on your screensaver for your phone? Or?
No.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Bullshit.
No, not this time.
Yeah, you do.
Not this time.
Whatever.
But yeah, they
You
recently
got a tattoo
have.
on you?
Yep.
The new. Show
Right
me.
here, it's nipple tattoo. You know,
I don't know.
it's pretty hot. Let's say that for the next live show
Let's
we
do
do.
it. Let's
you
take
know.
our shirts off. Let's get kicked out of Symbol our first time shooting.
First episode.
Well,
Call the
they're
police.
talking. At least show each other their nipples over there. Like, what kind of show is this?
Like, we didn't sign up for
He
this.
comes out the bag. No, man. We said we give out free elderberry shots, meaning thinking that you weren't going to take your shirts off.
Yes.
Like, you did. All right.
But yeah, new belts. They recently redesigned some of the other belts, and they look super generic now. So not really looking
They've
forward to
always
that.
looked super generic.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. You
Listen.
can't tell me that the old school WWF gold belts or the WCW all gold belt was not
Generic. It
awesome.
looked like it was $17.43, and you get to use your $10 off coupon, which takes it down to $7.43.
This guy.
It looked like it was foil, like it was made out of foil.
This guy.
Made out of foil and broken dreams.
I'm gonna sip on my kombucha just
I'm gonna
to
sip
make
on
sure I
mine,
don't snap. Get a little kombucha through the nose.
I did, man.
It burns. It burns so good.
I don't know why that was funny. But it was. All right. Man, that was almost all over your face.
Awesome.
Jesus. All right. The last one, man. I know you're pretty upset about this. I saw you with your dragon tears before we got here. Triple H is considering permanent retirement from the WWE ring. Are you okay? Like,
Am I okay? Yeah, I'll survive. I think Triple H is more valuable behind the scenes for the WWE right now. I think it's cool what he's done with NXT, which you don't know anything about. But
yeah, dude. NXT are the guys that have flashy clothes.
Are the guys.
Like, they're the guys that we thought were like the flamboyant guys, aren't they? NXT, like they have crazy clothes, color clothes, and like next generation team, NXT, next, right?
Yes, they're the developmental league for the WWE.
Oh, that's right. Who
Yeah.
cares? I don't care that I don't know that. All
And
right.
Triple H is one of the guys who pretty much runs it and books it. And NXT has probably been a better product over the past year.
It really has,
2
though.
years,
It
3
really
years.
has. When you think about it and break it down logistically, it really has been better product.
Logistically, yes.
Better. It's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy about that. And you know, nobody in wrestling has ever really truly retired. So
Well, nobody in wrestling's ever really a wrestler, a real athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like,
here you go, real athlete, huh?
nobody. I mean, nah, they're cool. Like, they're cool, bruh. I just try to fit that in. Cool, bruh. I've been saying that all year long. Whatever. No, they're never really retired, and they come back and they leave and come back and blah 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 beep beep. Are you excited about anything else? Do you want to is there a number 5 for you about wrestling?
Nope,
Like,
just a Royal Rumble. I'm excited about that. Should be cool. Undertaker is going to be in the Rumble this year.
oh, is that
He's
like
coming
a
back,
Big deal.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
coming back too.
He usually only fights about 3-4 times a year, so this is one of the few.
Okay. Well, you give me a call, I guess.
I'll text you.
Text
I'll
me
you.
all of the updates.
All the updates.
All the updates from Royal Rumble this weekend. You give me a textaroo on Sunday.
I'll text the
I'll
room.
block that shit. All right. So,
I'll just tweet you everything.
all right.
Blow up your Twitter.
Do it.
Blow up your tweeter.
Blow up my Twitter. All right, man. So that's about it, man. Talk about upcoming stuff. We talked about Fox. Real quickly, though, I wanted to tell you and the fans that I was excited while I was sick over the break that I finished Luke Cage finally. I know your fans have been seeing. Excuse me. Let's talk about. I don't know if I can drink this on the show. It's like.
I'm good.
Yeah, give me a little. I don't know why it's. All right, maybe that's something I ate earlier today.
Maybe it's because I haven't eaten today.
I have. I think
Yep.
I think I know actually. My lunch is sitting.
Oh, it's kind of
I
mixing.
know what it is. This is probably helping it pass through. Is
Yep.
what's going on right now.
So we literally have about 7 more minutes left in the show.
You don't know kombucha. That's what it does. But so you guys know that I was struggling on finishing Luke Cage. That's what was the upside of being sick, was that I binge watched. Great show.
Awesome. Good, wasn't it?
Then I went to go find my Luke Cage shirt today to wear, and I can't find it now. So when I finished the show and I'm supposed to wear it,
you wasted it.
Now I can't find it. Yeah, I blew my load on the Luke Cage shirt.
Blew your cage wide.
Blew my cage wide.
Yep.
Blowing my load on the Luke Cage shirt sounds like I'm like a teenager using the soccer shirt again. You guys remember? That's gross. I'm sorry.
Yeah, those shirts that walk away.
Yeah. The giggles today, man. So I just pictured that. You know the shirt. I just pictured this shirt. The crusty shirt.
Yep. Extra stiff.
Extra stiff. All right.
Yep.
UFC on Fox is coming up. No way to segue other than just quick. UFC on Fox coming up in Denver this Saturday. We talked about it. Then the following Saturday, February 4th, UFC Fight Night Houston. Dennis Bermudez versus the Korean Zombie. Alexa Grasso versus Felice Herrig. Tisha Torres.
That should be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. Actually, it's pretty much like a Invicta card once you look at it, which is perfectly fine by me. You've got Alexa Grasso versus Felice Herrig. You've got Tisha Torres versus Beck Rawlings. And then to kick it off, you got Angela Hill versus Jessica Andrade. So this one's going to be one of those that people might not watch because they see, like, I don't know, but you should. You should watch this UFC Fight Night Houston card. It's going to be really good, really exciting. Yeah. Boom.
Boom.
Boom, boom.
Bada bing,
boom,
bada bing, bada boom.
So, that's it, man. That's the Kick and Make Up show.
That's it.
Got to give a big shout out and a big thank you to our newest sponsors.
Yes.
Simple Superfood Cafe. If you're in the Quad Cities, come check them out. They're behind Culver's, 5345 Bell Avenue, Davenport, Iowa. If you're not from the Quad City, you have no idea what behind Culver's means or where that is. So go to their website, Simple Superfood Cafe. Check them out there. Yeah, awesome. I love them. www.kickandmakeup.com is the show. At Kick and Make Up is the Twitter account. At High Rate MMA. At Jeremy JD Dorsey is yours and mine.
Yep.
Instagram, YouTube. Bam.
Yep. I'm on Instagram now.
Excuse me, man.
At Jeremy JD Dorsey.
Yeah.
All of my stuff's the same. It's pretty cool.
Good. Oh, that's right. I gotta add that on here now, man.
Yep.
For your Instagram.
Yep.
For the gram. Do it for the gram.
Do it for the IG.
Do it for the IG. That's not good. We'll work on that. That's it though, man. American Hybrid Nick Cunningham, Jeremy JD Dorsey. Remember, don't solve it in the streets. Take it to the cage and kick and make up. Bam, boom, bing. I have sound effects in the new year. Cheers. That bing was probably gonna come off poppy.